Hello and welcome. I am Scarpalock, and this is City of Villains on the Rebirth server. We are with our Mastermind, level 22, almost level 23 Nightmare Lass, and she has 233,000 XP, 2,000 to go to get to level 23, and I brought you back because she's close to level 23. So let me explain what's going on. I am doing newspaper missions to try and curry favor with Mickey the Filch to get another contact, and the other contact I want to work on is Darren Wade. Now we have Vincent Ross here, and we have a mission to destroy the Legacy Chain's army. And I actually shot a 45-minute long video about that, and that mission sucked. It was a horrible mission. I'll explain why as we get into our current newspaper mission. It's the end of that story arc. After 45 minutes, I was probably about 10 minutes from finishing it, and it sucked so much, I quit. I just walked out of the mission, disconnected. I explained that, I'm just going to wait until now tomorrow night, at which point my contact will let me just auto-complete the mission. So let me explain this a little bit as we go. So we're doing kidnapping Larry Croft, who is a member of the Sky Raiders. I haven't fought the Sky Raiders with my minions yet, so it'll be interesting to see how we do against these guys. Particularly, I'm concerned about their force field generators and the engineers that generate them, that summon them, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to stop them. I don't know if my minions are going to be fast enough to interrupt them from pulling the force field generator. They might be, on the logic that with 4 of them attacking him, it should interrupt, but we'll have to see. And if there's multiple engineers to generate force field generators, it's just going to be pretty bad. I've noticed with the +1s that my minions are not having any trouble hitting, but I cannot hit. I've been trying to use this teleport foe to do pulling, just to practice it. I can show you there's a Raider engineer right here, and we can pull him. So what you do is you put your pets in one spot, and then you use teleport foe, and you teleport him right to your minions. And we'll see if it hits. It's got a pretty low chance. Oh, there it goes. And then you just say attack. And that's pretty darn neat. So even though this probably won't work to teleport hostages the way I had hoped, it actually might be worth keeping just for the pulling ability, which it's hard to do with minions. So anyway, we'll see how we do against Sky Raiders, and we will work on this story, this newspaper mission. We need to do a couple of these, and I normally am not going to film these at this level because you've seen me do newspaper missions before. But the reason I wanted to bring you back is we're just half a beat from leveling, and I wanted to show you leveling, getting to 23, picking our slots, and so forth. Good, no Raider engineers. And so, and by the way, one of the things you're going to have to worry about when we get to the teleporters is these guys port all over the place, and I'm going to have to stop my minions from trying to chase them into other parts of the base. So the mission, the final mission in that story arc, the one that I refuse to do again, is to literally fight an army of 200, they say in the contact text, 200 enemies. Now, if I'm the DM, and I'm DMing something like this, what that's going to mean is, yeah, there's a lot of enemies, but it probably wouldn't be an actual 200, because who the hell would want to fight 200 guys? That's just so boring and monotonous. And so, yeah, apparently for the City of Heroes designers who made that mission, boring and monotonous was what they were going for. So you get into the mission, and it's a small, dock area with a boat, like a cargo ship, and sort of like a dock and a couple of buildings, and it's not a huge map. And you show up at the boat, and at some point, as you get partway down the boat, you trigger an ambush. And that would probably be okay, right? They come at you with 25 guys, maybe 20 guys in the first ambush. Now what they do to compensate is they give you a buff. So actually it's 75% resistance to all. I had Why did my resistance just go away? Did that turn off? I had 75% resistance to all. I had 100% recharge rate. Like, my recharge bonus was up really high. My 2-hit bonus was 250 or something, so I wasn't missing. I don't think my minions were missing either. The legacy chain comes at you, and the first spawn is like, I don't know, 10 minions, 5 lieutenants, and 2 or 3 bosses. And the bosses are summoning pets. So you're fighting like all these guys. And I would say if that ambush were the mission, that'd be cool. I mean, it was a tough fight. It took me, several minutes. I think I died the first time and had to go to the hospital because it hit me so fast and I kind of wasn't ready for it. One of the nice things was that no, come back here. One of the nice things was that the recharge time allowed me to do Hell on Earth with Mo 2 or 3 times during the mission. Like maybe more than that. Maybe every time a spawn. You see how he's running away. These guys. What are you doing? Come on, guys. Where are they going? Don't chase him. I don't want you to chase him. I should be recalling him back to me, I guess. Like, teleport the teleporter. Anyway, that one battle would have probably been sufficient. Well, they killed him and we leveled up. Would have been sufficient to kind of get the point across to the player that you are under siege. Maybe 2 such missions, such ambushes. And I died in the first 2, and then I got the hang of it. And I did like 3 or 4 more. And it was like we're 45 minutes in, and it just was nonstop. Just ambush after ambush after ambush. And I realized they're going to actually make me fight like 200 guys, 25 guys at a time. That's just ridiculous. And it was really annoying. Of course, I had it on +1 because I didn't realize that it was going to be that insane. Now, I had actually done this story arc and this mission with my Dominator on Homecoming. And I don't think I had it on +1, but it wasn't so bad. And the reason it wasn't so bad is because that Dominator has confusion, right? And Seeds of Confusion. And so I could just, no, come back here. Come back here. Why is this not letting me come back here? Why are they not following my order? So now they're going to bring a bunch of bad guys back to me because they're not listening to me, you see? That is really annoying. Stay here. Stay here. Stay here. Why are they not obeying me? That is really frustrating. Stay here. Alright, get over here, guys. Come on. I'm surprised they didn't aggro somebody else. So the teleporters are going to be worse than the engineers, because I can teleport the engineer to me, but I can't stop the teleporter from going all over the place. So anyway, so there are these waves. It's wave after wave after wave. My Dominator was able to just angle into the spawn and do Seeds of Confusion and let them fight each other. And because the recharge rate was so fast, it just kept coming back. And so I just kept Seeds of Confusion. And if I needed to take a break, like I was getting pounded by them, I could immobilize a whole bunch of them and then teleport away because she had teleport and stuff. So that particular mission was tough but doable for the Dominator. It was actually ideal for the Dominator because she was able to use her, just checking for raiders here, she was able to use her Seeds of Confusion to really good advantage and let them fight each other. Worked really well. But for this character, my gosh, my minions were just dying like they were made out of tissue paper because there were, I think, 3 bosses in every spawn. And the bosses were summoning pets that were like more powerful than Mo, or as powerful as Mo. And so we were just getting pounded, and of course they were all +1, because I'd asked for +1 missions. So that's part of the problem. Stay here. Why can't I get this thing to work? Stay here. But it was just so repetitive. And I made the comment that, and I'll just see how attacking this guy works. I think that should interrupt him. Yeah, that's good. I made the comment that on the one hand it was very tense, but on the other hand, despite the tension, it was incredibly boring. Because it was just the same spawn, the same ambush over and over again 7 times. And so after I got out of there, when I was frustrated, I said, you know, this must be one of the newer missions. And I looked it up, and yeah, it came out in issue 19. Now, issue 18 was the Pretoria content, Going Rogue. And if you've watched my Stalker videos, you know she started out in Pretoria, and I actually complained so much about what was going on in those missions that somebody made a comment, you know, it's not a lot of fun to watch somebody just constantly complaining about the missions they're doing. And I realized that was true, and I try not to complain too much now because I feel like that's a fair point. But I was just so annoyed at the way these guys, at the way that mission was done, and it was so typical of these newer missions. And I really feel like, for my money, the missions that are the missions that were written in the early part of this game, the first few years, are just a lot better written, better balanced, just more fun in general overall than the missions that they did in the more recent years. So, like, I stopped playing City of Heroes for the last time in 2009, and the story arc for this guy that we were just on that I hated was written in 2010. Right, so it's pretty clear that something happened, either in terms of the way something about the design philosophy changed. Oh, this happened again. I keep switching this out by accident. Something either happened about the way that the design philosophy either changed, or they hired different mission writers, or something, that I just don't like these newer missions. So what I'm doing now is working with my broker, wow, ouch, to try and, you know, this broker, I believe, will give me a classic old school contact, and I have one other classic old school contact, which is Darren Wade. And so my hope is that these guys will give me the old contacts, and we'll be doing missions that are more like the types of missions that they originally put into the game, rather than, what is this? I don't know. Rather than being the newer style that I absolutely hate. And it won't be fun for me, and it won't really be fun for you guys to watch me playing those when I hate them so much. You know, it's just not fun. So, oh, and I missed the Raider Engineer. That is really going to stink. Yeah, so I just figure we're better off. I'm gonna go ahead and let's just say I'm gonna curate the mission content so that I'm only playing the newer missions, or the older missions, and I'm not playing the newer ones, and that should keep me a lot happier. That should keep me a lot happier, and you guys should enjoy it a lot more, because I won't be constantly grumbling about the types of missions that we're in. I mean, Twin Shot, the supervillain contest that we were in here, all the Pretoria content, I don't like any of that. I don't like those storylines. I don't like how they're written. I don't like how they're designed. I don't like what the missions do. And I think that one of the reasons is that it seems to me like the design philosophy of that mission is an extreme version of what they do that I don't like, which is if something is cool once, it's even cooler if you do it 90 times. And no, it's not. Right? Like if fighting 5 villains is fun once, then fighting 5 villains 20 times in a row is 20 times the fun. And that's simply not the case. Sometimes it's fun to do something once or twice, but not necessarily to do it 30 times. So fighting those spawns in that mission was fun 2 times, I would say. It was challenging twice. Third time I got the hang of it. At that point I was ready to stop. And then it wanted to go 4 more times. And I didn't want to go 4 more times. So anyway, we won't be... why did I not get any progress on this broker? Anyway, we won't be doing any of the post issue 18, which is Going Rogue story arcs, if I can help it. My goal is to just look these up. Now, not every single one of them actually says when the story arc came out. I'm guessing a lot of that means that it was hopefully original. Unfortunately, I don't remember enough of City of Villains to know for sure what was original versus, say, City of Heroes, where I know the Scroll of Tialeku is original, I know the Wheel of Destruction is original, I know Mysterious General Z is original, and I can just pick those story arcs. I can't do that here because I only ever played through City of Villains not quite once in live, and that was in 2005 to 6. So anyway, I'm going to try to do the older story arcs and avoid the new ones because I don't like the new ones, and hopefully that'll lead to me having a lot more fun and doing a lot less complaining. All right, so we need a couple slots. I don't think we need anything on here. We're going to finish Summon Demons. And we're going to work on Suppress Pain to increase the regen rate. We're not going to bother with any enhancements right now. We'll just add them as we go. As we find level 25s in here that are generic invention enhancements, I will go ahead and start slotting those in. As we find level 30s, I will start slotting those in. So I'm not going to replace anything. I'm not going to add any new SOs, and we don't really need them, and we'll just sort of slot them in as we get them. So the 25s to me are not strong enough. The 30s should be fine, and we'll just start slotting those in as we get them. And what's going to happen is we'll be on mostly SOs until like level probably 31, 32, and at that point most of our character will be a generic invention enhancers, and then at that point we'll be able to start maybe getting some archetype enhancers. Speaking of that, we still do have a bunch of these decks. Is this more than I had before? It might be. So let's go ahead and open a deck. Let's go ahead and open one, see what we got. Let's get rid of some of these inspirations so I can grab the super ones. We got nothing good. Okay, let's open another one. I'm just looking for the archetype origin enhancers. There we go. This is Dominion of Arachnos. Yeah, that's worthless because there apparently not a lot of people play those, so nobody's bidding on that stuff. So let's go into our email and see if I can get. I wish I could change the size of this, but anyway. So the reward merits. So we got 75 reward merits, which is good. And we've got our enhancer right there. And enhancement booster, we can use enhancement catalyst. We can take, that just goes into our inventory. Dual inspirations we can go ahead and take. There we go. So this one will do resistance and defense, and this one will do accuracy and damage. Alright. So now we can check the auction house. I'm still selling some stuff. You can see that like the Arachno stuff just doesn't, even for 10,000 influence, it just doesn't really sell. It doesn't hurt to put it up. Sooner or later somebody will want it, but if we do a find on it, you can see there are 4 for sale, 0 bidding. They're going for 15 million. Just put it up for 10,000. My guess is nobody's going to try to get it for 10,000. They'll probably see 10 million and like, well, let me see if I can get it for 6. And that tends to work. And if it doesn't, who cares? I got 73 million infamy. What do I care? Okay, so let's go and do another newspaper mission, and then I will stop this episode. Let's see. didn't like Lion Mane. Lost, small 3-ounce box. Cage Consortium. I don't think we fought the Cage Consortiums. Let's go ahead and get the loot from the Cage Consortium. I mean, I'm one of the things I want to do is try my minions against different guys. So, like, Sky Raiders, we've seen. I thought the pain in the neck was going to be engineers, and nope, they're fine. The pain in the neck is going to be the teleporters, because my minions are going to try to chase them all over the map, and they'll teleport all over the map. And there's almost no way to prevent that, because they don't want to listen to me when I tell them to cut it out, right? But the engineers aren't so bad. So that tells me, all right, this character is going to be a little bit different. My Scrapper, my Stalker, I never had to worry about the teleporters. I just let them teleport away and wait for them. My pets don't really want to do that. So we'll have to do things a little bit differently. So this is a new map for City of Villains, and there's Cage Consortium. So this is going to be like a casino, I think. And we're going to go ahead and attack this guy. So we're fighting some security guards. So this actually feels villainous, because we're actually fighting a security guard. Oh, inside, is this a bank? So we're kind of robbing a bank. We're going to defeat security and escape. So I guess this is like a bank robbery. Cool. There's a guy in there. I don't know. I don't think we want to go this way. We want to go the other way. But he's just a minion, so he should die very quickly. There we go. I can put my stealth back on. And there is a +2 lieutenant. Now, there's a danger of putting stuff on +1 is you get +2s. And that is going to be rough for my pets. As you can see, they do a huge amount of damage. So one of the things that was happening, I fought the Lost before I started recording. And one of the things that was happening is they could just one-shot, a +2 lieutenant can just one-shot your minions, which is, you know, pretty rough. But that should kill him. There we go. And now we're going to fight this guy. The minions are okay, but a +2 lieutenant, a +2 anathema would whip out that huge sword that's like bigger than my character's body, and literally could take Meanie from like just a hair under full to nothing, and just was one-shotting him, just killing him. That's pretty rough. Okay. So I'm going to have to get the hang of fighting the +2s and everything. Haven't done that before with this character too much. Oh, there we go. Now, +1 minions are nothing, and my guys can take them with no problem. We definitely can't go to +2 at this point, because there's no way we'd be able to beat +3 lieutenants. They're just too rough. Alright, go get them. I think I'm going to go ahead and give this guy Hell on Earth. That lasts about 1.5 minutes, so that should be pretty good for the rest of this part of the mission. I better tend to Miney. Oh, getting a little bit of lag, it looks like. Maybe not. I'm even just being bounced around by these stupid innocents that bounce into you. Team up, guys. Focus fire. Okay. Come with me. And there are some regular consortium guards. Let's go ahead and give Mo a little more damage. I like this. Doing a bank robbery, that's pretty cool. Alright, go get the vault. Oh, no, there's a guard coming. That's an ambush, so they're going to shoot me. Go. Alright, and now we can attack the vault. And I'll keep an eye on the door. Yep, there comes some more guards. So this is going to be sort of ping-ponging back and forth between the vault and the guards. Go get it. Now, as a Dominator, one of the things they figured out to do right away was... Are you stuck? One of the things I figured out to do right away was to put a hold on one of these guys, because the spawning algorithm, it doesn't like happen every so many seconds. The way it works is when you kill one, then the next spawn shows up, right? So now there's going to be another spawn come in. Well, not yet. Maybe there's only 3? I thought for this it would just keep going, but maybe not. There probably will be another ambush once the door is open and I steal stuff. Almost done. Good job, guys. Come on, click. There we go. And here come the enemies. One of the things that I realized with the ambushes, like the insane 20 and 30 enemy ambushes in that mission that I'm not showing you, is ambushes in some sense make it a little easier for me, because I don't really have to heal my minions. Right, because nobody attacks them, and so they don't need to be healed. You can see this is ridiculous. We've made almost like half a level here. Come on, guys. Let's just heal. Come with me. We don't need whoever's behind us. We really don't care about them. That's what we care about. Go get them. As you can see, as long as I can keep myself healed. Right? He's only coming after me. They're not coming after my minions, so I don't actually need to heal them. That's kind of weird. Why doesn't it force me to actually leave? I don't know. So that tells you there's a certain number of spawns, and once all the ambushes have spawned, they're done. Let's see how we're doing on the broker. We got a ways to go, but you guys don't need to watch all of that. I will bring you back when we have another contact and an actual story arc. Until then, I am Scarpalock, and this has been City of Villains.